Moving on to other news now. The extraordinary summit of the African Union is underway in Ethiopia. The gathering is focusing mainly on the AU's institutional reforms. These include the transformation of political affairs, economic integration, peace and security, and self-financing. CGTN's Girum Chala reports now from Addis Ababa.
Heads of state from across the continent gathered to discuss and advance the important subject of African Union institutional reform.
Institutional reform is an imperative need. It is in fact substantial and go along with our founding act of our union. The African Union has established the space for the economic integration and political unity of our Pan-Africanism while respecting the sovereignty of our states. It is in this cruel world that these sovereignties which was dearly acquired, can only be preserved if we are united and pool our efforts.
Chairperson of the Union, also President of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, told fellow heads of state the time is now to deliver for the people of Africa.
The goal is simple: to make Africa stronger and give our people the future they deserve. I'm pleased to note that we are very much on course. We have passed the halfway point and the end is in sight. But there is still very important work to do.
The African Union Assembly agrees with the importance of the reform and its far-reaching implications. Speaking at the AU summit for the first time since he took power, Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said implementing the reform is vital to see an African continent ready to face global challenge.
In this challenging time, we are drawn to institutional reform, not because we just want to do it, but because we must. Therefore, reforming the African Union is relevant and timely, given recurring domestic strife, violence, emerging threats on the continent, and increased competition in the international arena. We cannot single-handedly survive these hurdles. We have to stand together, and when we do, we will not just survive, but we shall thrive.
Apart from discussing challenges in Africa, the summit has also appreciated the progress made in the continent, such as the Ethiopia-Eritrea peace and the lifting of sanctions off of the latter.
We welcome the lifting of sanctions against Eritrea by the United Nations Security Council. This action will contribute to the ongoing process of normalization in the Horn of Africa. Thanks to the leaders in this region, beginning with Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed and President Isaias Afwerki of Eritrea for their courageous actions.
In general, AU reforms are aimed at ensuring success in 4 priority areas, that is political affairs, economic integration, peace and security, and enhancing Africa's global representation and voice. The institutional realignment is also a key focus in the ongoing reforms. Experts are saying this will ensure a lean and performance-oriented senior leadership team at the AU Commission and a review of the structure of the Commission to ensure it has the capacity to deliver on the agreed priorities. Group Chala CGTN at the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa.